It's Taco Tuesday!
Yo, it's Taco Tuesday, so I'm back with another banger for you guys, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all one upcoming NFT project that I think is super cool. I think they're doing a lot of innovative things that we have not seen executed so far in this space, and rather than overpromising you something that is going to come months and months down the line, we actually have some big things coming in this roadmap that are going to be executed really in the next month or so. So before we get started, as always, hammer that like button, subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss out on any upcoming videos, and then comment down below letting me know what projects are you guys hyped about and do you want me to look into. And you guys are also going to want to head over to my Twitter at HotTacoMD. Make sure you guys follow me there. That way you guys can stay up to date with all the upcoming projects that I'm talking about and just my opinions about the market in general. All right, so the project that we're going to be covering today is Muri, or Muri NFT. And this is going to be a project that has Japanese origin. So the name, or the word Muri, actually means too difficult, impossible, beyond one's power, or unreasonableness. So I'm not Japanese by any means. That's just what I saw on Google. But it gives you a bit of insight into kind of the story and lore behind this project. For Muri, I know a lot of you guys are looking at this and you're seeing the 40,000 followers thinking that this is a very established project. There might be a lot of hype around it. I do agree, but the roadmap for this project just came out this past week and we're not looking to launch or mint until March. So I still think there's a few weeks out to really get involved in this Discord and this community. You still have a great chance at securing whitelist. And there's not a ton of influencers or big names in the space really pushing Muri or talking about the project. So I still think we're very, very early. So the high level and key details of this project, as I mentioned, they're looking to mint at the end of February, but it's looking to me like it's gonna be more towards mid or beginning of March. This is gonna be a 10,000 collection, and it's gonna have this really anime inspired art. Here is gonna be one of the actual legendaries, so it really pops out here. This, I don't know, almost like an underworld type color here. This one really pops out, and I think that's important to note because for the most part, these teasers are going to have a lot darker and obscure colors than a lot of the other anime style projects that we've seen so far. They're going to have these darker backgrounds and really just these darker shades with this really awesome detail. And when there is those bright colors, like with the hair here, it really, really pops out. And I think the traits for these are going to be insane. You've got like a skull and maybe an angel skull on both of his shoulders here. The red in the eyes just pops off so well with this really dark blue grayish color here. So the art from my standpoint is unique, even though it's following this very popular anime themed style that we've seen since the launch of Azuki. I think something else to note with Muri that we haven't seen with these other anime themed projects are the guns and weapons involved. All right, so if we head over to the kind of white paper or the roadmap for Muri, they're going to give you a bit more insight into the project itself. And I think for any successful project, having a story or a lore behind the characters is so important beyond just having incredible art. So with Muri, we have just this short paragraph here, but it is based in Japan around Muri, who is the granddaughter of a once well-respected tea leaf farmer who is seeking to understand the denizens of Night City. All right, so this is where it gets a bit interesting because if you guys are familiar with House, they're gonna be the same team behind this Muri project. The team and founders of House who created the House Phases by House, also known as just the House modules. I'm actually a holder of these. I just got in the past, week or two. They're going to be the same team behind Muri. So House, if you guys aren't familiar, it's basically a greater ecosystem of artists with vast experience and specialties in anything from just design, fashion, architecture, a ton of different things. They've come together as kind of this greater ecosystem or collective. And they have a ton of exciting projects coming out just in the next month or so, but even beyond that. And so the founder of House, Asa, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is also going to be the founder of Muri. Now, in terms of Muri, it's going to be a collection of 10,000, as I mentioned. Now, the reason I brought up house is because if you are a house holder, you are going to secure whitelist for Muri by just being a holder. They're going to do a snapshot as we get closer to the mint, and that's going to guarantee you 1 or 2 editions of Muri. They're still working that out. If you are really interested in this project, I still think there's a ton of opportunity for you just to join the community, participate in fan art, engage, and secure a whitelist. Now, it looks like they're discussing the prospect of maybe having a Dutch auction for public. It seems like they don't really know exactly how they'll handle the remaining supply, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that and figure it out as we go. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, the roadmap for Muri just launched this past week. So they have a ton of exciting stuff in this roadmap that I think is really going to separate it from a lot of the other projects that are going to be dropping or coming out anytime soon. We'll kick it off with the token. So they are going to have a token for Muri holders. We've seen this with a lot of other successful projects. And essentially, this token will be used for both physical pieces that are related to Muri and the Muri ecosystem, but also in-game currency for something planned in the future. So this is the only mention of any kind of game. This is not built on being a play-to-earn game. This is the only mention of it, but I think the fact that they did mention in-game currency is very exciting for what is to come. Now, the token will be launched in Q1. I'm assuming once the project mints, the token will be ready so holders are able to begin earning. This right here though, this right here is what is going to separate Muri from any other project that is dropping right now, and it's actually having their own anime built around the story of Muri and the future of her. I know projects like Azuki or any other kind of anime themed projects, the prospect of doing an anime is definitely there, it's definitely possible, and I'm sure they want to do it right. The thing with Muri though that I think is incredibly interesting is that this anime is going to be on the blockchain, meaning that metadata is going to be changed depending on what happens in the story. For example, let's say your NFT is in the anime, they get punched, they get a black eye. You can expect your NFT to then change and that black eye being added to it for the time being, which makes these NFTs entirely dynamic and adaptive to what happens in the show. So you will get a animated version and a printed version. It's planned to come between Q1 and Q2, so I imagine a little bit of time after the mint. If your NFTs are featured in the anime, it's gonna be increasing the rarity of them, and it'll be just very interesting to see how rarity and value of these NFTs increases or decreases based on what happens in the anime. And it's part of this greater transformation where they talk about combining physical with virtual. Since Muri is not just going to be another PFP project, you are going to get a 3D rig of your NFT, and it can be implemented for Zoom meetings, the metaverse, VR world, and other platforms. So this is really cool. I know we've seen some stuff with like Fiat Lux and whatnot, where they've kind of had this phygital kind of concept. So it seems like Muri's going to kind of take a similar route with that. That'll wrap it up for today's video. Muri is a project that I'm very bullish on. I think they're being very creative. They're doing things that we really haven't seen in the space with the anime and the metadata changing. That's just part of it. And I think that there's going to be a lot of exciting developments and announcements in these coming weeks as we get a lot closer to launch. So keep your eyes on Muri. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hammer that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. What are your thoughts on Muri? Are you hyped about the project? Did you find it interesting? And if you guys do go ahead and join their Discord server, feel free to tag me in there. Let them know Hot Taco sent you. And until next time, I'm out.